Hey folks, so for this week's mini tutorial we're just going to run through a couple of mobility exercises that are variations on ones that you've already done. Now we saw a sample of this demonstrated and brought to our attention at the recent strength and conditioning conference that we went to in May by a local strength coach and personal trainer by the name of Chad Benson. So you can Google that, again, he's local, if you want to see more of what he does. The exercise, we're calling it the 90-90 raised open book. So people have complained in the past about the names and how they find them overwhelming, but the truth is we really try to make them as descriptive as possible so you can sort of put them together based on if you walk yourself through that name. So the 90-90 stretch is this one, where you're sitting on the ground and you've got this leg, so I'm going to turn so you can see it. This leg is back, that's 90 degrees, and this leg is forward, that's 90 degrees. We're 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knee. This leg, we're straight down, but we're 90 degrees at that knee, okay? So what this does is this puts this hip into some internal rotation, so you're getting a bit of that stretch, and it puts this knee into, this hip into external rotation. So you're getting a little internal, external on opposite sides. Now, I'm gonna turn so you can see me. Our standard 90-90 stretch, you would go like this, and then we're sliding it out and up. So we're getting a nice stretch along that arm that we're reaching out with. The variation that Chad showed us was, if we go back to this, we weren't in the strict 90-90, he had the leg pulled right back, okay? So I'm moving around because I don't want to change camera angles constantly, but here's the 90-90 position. He had you pulling it right back. Now, for our purposes and what we're going to do, we're just going to stick with that 90-90 position, okay? Partly because it's easy for you guys to relate to, because it's similar to the 90-90 stretch we already have, and partly because the variation that we're doing just adds a little bit of a difference from having that foot pulled back, okay? Now, as opposed to the 90-90 stretch, which again we go here, we're gonna do the variation that's the elevated open book, 90-90 position of the hips, internal rotation on this hip, external on this hip, and then if you look at where my upper leg is, I'm gonna line this arm up so that the forearm is in the same angle and in alignment with the thigh here, okay? And then this is how it's elevated, is I am up on my elbow. Okay, next, the open book element, you tuck the hand behind your head and you're gonna go down and then you're gonna open right up, all right? Similar, if you think about it, to the open book where you're lying on your side. Okay, so that's all there is to it, is down and open, down and open. And what I really like about this drill is that it does get both that upper back mobility and shoulder mobility with the open book element, and it also gets some hip mobility going into a deeper internal rotation and then coming up and keeping that leg fixed in that, deeper external rotation on this side, and then when you come up it keeps it in internal rotation, you're working your way through. Now, as with all mobility drills, you want to feel a stretch, and if something feels tight, that's fine, but ease your way through it. You're not going to try and force your body to do a movement that it doesn't want to do. So yours may not look like what you just saw mine look like, okay? But as long as you've got those key points down, the 90-degree position of the legs, the forearm in line with the upper leg, and the elbow down, then, you know, go through whatever range of motion your body's going to allow you. Now, the second variation is the 90-90 elevated arm sweep, okay? Again, if you think about the arm sweep, how we go over and down when we're in our open book, we're gonna set up exactly the same as we do for the 90-90 elevated open book, but this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this free arm, the one that on the open book was behind your head, you're gonna reach through and sort of create a little bit extra stretch as you rotate, puts a bigger stretch on that downside hip, okay? And then you're gonna come up, keep the elbow to the side, and bring the arm around and open up as wide as you can, and then come back underneath, okay? So reach underneath, open up, bring that elbow along the body, swing the arm open, and around, okay? So again, love these drills because they're a great bang for your buck. You get a lot out of it, and they're not an overly challenging position in and of itself. They're easily modifiable so that it keeps it within your current range of motion. All right, give them a try. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions, obviously, put them in the comments, and we'll see what we can do about getting to answer them. Train smart, train hard, keep fit, and always have fun.